But we begin with the latest from West Kelowna. More evacuation orders were lifted there, but many don't have a home to return to, including 13 firefighters. CTV's Abigail Turner joins us live from Kelowna. Abigail, you sat down with one of those firefighters whose home went up in flames while he was on the front lines.
Yeah, that's right, Mijung. He actually lives just across this lake here behind me. I spoke to him and his neighbor. They're lifelong friends who moved to be beside each other, and they recounted the moments where they learned they'll never be able to return to those homes ever again. Cleaning up and starting over. A long road ahead for some who've completely lost their homes, destroyed and left in rubble. The aftermath of two houses in Kelowna now remains. The destruction across Okanagan Lake affects far more, many who are still evacuated.
We were overrun by the fire. The fire went actually over our truck and started lighting up the structures. And so it was just a run. It was just a run against the wind.
Moments filled with adrenaline for Arturo Peralta, a volunteer firefighter from Wilson's Landing who watched his own home burn to the ground in Lake Okanagan Resort. His colleagues witnessed the same.
We saw their houses go up in flames in the first hour, and we had to keep going.
Continuing on the front lines for more than 30 hours the night the McDougall Creek wildfire massively spread.
We saved as much as we could, but there were already many structures on fire.
His neighbors and lifelong friends were on Facebook when they found out they'd never again return home.
My husband looked at me because I said, "We lost paradise." And he looked at me and he said, "You are my paradise."
Both families cannot return to their neighborhoods just yet under strict evacuation orders.
I don't want anyone but me to go through my stuff before. And maybe there is nothing. It's ashes. I don't care. I want to be the one touching those ashes first.
There's no timeline for when they can return, but when they do, Peralta hopes others will rebuild with them.
On the department, you got to leave within 10 minutes of your hole,
so that the Wilson's Landing Fire Department can remain staffed to help future wildfire disasters.
When you have that comfort, that knowing that, you know, we're not alone, we can get through this, it helps a humongous amount.
Now, the road ahead for both of these families will no doubt be a long one, but the biggest concern right now for Alejandra is finding a rental unit that's pet friendly. But again, they are living in hotels, as I said earlier, until they find out what exactly their insurance will cover. Mijung?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it is definitely a long road ahead. Thank you, Abigail.